Kia ora. In the news today, the condition of Christchurch's CTV building following the September earthquake is under the spotlight again. The Royal Commission of Inquiry is looking into why the building failed in last year's February quake, killing 115 people. The building's manager, John Drew, has been giving evidence today. Mr. Drew says he believed the building was safe as it had been green stickered.
Did you ever look at the green placard or sticker on the building?
Don't believe I did, no.
All right. Were you aware that the green placards recommended owners get an engineer's inspection?
No, but I became aware of that.
Just from the media?
Mm.
All right.
Jurors considering the fate of Scott Guy's alleged killer have been told not to shrink away from giving a verdict. The jury retired this afternoon following a 90-minute summing up from Justice Simon France this morning. He reminded jurors that the burden of proof is always on the Crown and it must be to a standard beyond reasonable doubt.
Don't shrink from giving a verdict, whatever it may be. I know you'll be aware of the high public interest. It must, I'm sure, seem a bit daunting at times. But if you just go about it as I've suggested, and if you follow a process that you're all comfortable with, then there's no cause for concern.
Justice Simon France told the jury that their final verdict needs to be unanimous. Labour MP Claire Curran is calling United Future leader Peter Dunn a hypocrite over his criticism of the government allowing commercial radio station Kiwi FM to continue broadcasting on a public service frequency. Mr Dunn told New Zealand Dreamer today it's an insult to those who tried and failed to save TVNZ7. But Claire Curran says as a member of the government he had a chance to save the station but didn't do so. Overseas, US Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has called the decision by Russia and China to endorse a United Nations plan for political transition in Syria a significant step forward. She says the UN Special Envoy Kofi Annan can now go to Damascus with full international backing to call for a new government. She says it's up to those countries with influence in Syria to play their part.
Those states that carry influence with the Syrian government should insist that Assad halt the violence, accept the transition principles, and comply with his obligations under the plan.
Employment confidence has again fallen. The Westpac McDermott Miller Employment Confidence Index fell to 96.2 in the June 2012 quarter. That's down from 98.9 in the previous quarter. Westpac Chief Economist Dominic Stevens says employment confidence has now fallen for 4 quarters in a row. 2 people have serious burns after a house fire in Dunedin, possibly caused by a gas cylinder exploding. Firefighters say fortunately a crew attending a false alarm was only 2 minutes away from the Gordon Road house when the call came through just before 1 o'clock. New Zealand is to add its weight to international efforts to crack down on illegal arms trading. Foreign Minister Murray McCully says we'll push for a comprehensive treaty at the United Nations during negotiations being held in New York this week. He says illicit weapons often end up in the hands of terrorists, criminals and human rights abusers and have a devastating impact on security and development prospects for communities around the world. To the Volvo Ocean Race, where Groupama has taken a dream home victory in the Britannia Import race over the weekend to take a big step closer to an overall race victory, while Camper finished second and Puma placed third. Groupama crews scored 6, taking them 25 points ahead of their closest rivals Puma, with just 1 leg and 1 import race to go. Camper, with Emirates Team New Zealand, led the whole race before losing the lead to the hometown heroes shortly before the end. Well, that's all from us for tonight. Thanks for watching. Do join us again soon. Ka kite anō.